So I didn't get a resounding yes or a resounding no, so this is going to be the beginning. In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was life. It started off with my brother, then my sister, and then there was me. I was birthed into nothing with these other two that were scattered around me. And then a fourth came to life. There were millennia in between our births, but it felt like seconds, to us at least. When you're birthed into nothing, time doesn't have a meaning to you. You don't understand what's going on around you. You realize there's nothing except for the other three. It feels like it's in a blink of an eye, because for you it is. There's no start, there's no end to it. You're just there. We spent millennia trying to speak to each other, trying to understand each other, and it was difficult at first because we were newborns. We didn't know how to talk. We didn't know how to communicate with each other. But somehow we worked that out. I remember asking my brother where he came from, where we came from, how did we come to be? And him just looking at me and going, I don't know. One moment I wasn't, and one moment I was. That's all I know. It's all I'll ever know. I took that as gospel, and I didn't question it after that. It was just the way it is. You accept that, especially whenever you've spent millennia trying to figure out why. How? Why? When? After who knows how long, we all got bored. And I don't know which one of us started it first, but we started creating stuff. First it was protons and neutrons and electrons, and then it was atoms, and then we were building universes, suns and planets, little details, you know, plants and how they registered, how they felt, how they breathed, how they reproduced. I remember the day that I created the first of my worshipers, of my followers, of my children. The first one that I breathed life into, and then the second. I remember each and every last one of them that I gave life to, each and every last one of them that I gave everything to. I gave them a planet with no one else to fight against, no one else to go ahead and try and take the planet from them. I remember that. I remember everything. Except I don't remember everything. That's the problem. It feels like I remember everything until I start talking about it. And then it just... There's so many pieces that are just missing. And I can't remember everything. I remember my brother exiling himself and not understanding why. I remember my brother disappearing on us for longer than I could ever count. My sisters going off and creating their own universes, occasionally coming back to see mine and to talk and to be together again. I remember my brother coming back. I remember him coming back and him not being my brother anymore. Something was different. Something had changed. And it wasn't for the better. It was for the worse. He killed our eldest sister. I remember that. I was there. I watched it. I watched him bleed her out. I remember feeling anger for the first time. Rage. But there was nothing I could do about it. I remember dragging my sister's body along with me to the smith that I had blessed with the abilities I'd given him. And I told him to take her soul and imbue it to the sword that I had made. That sword became known as Demon. I remember when my brother went ahead and waged war against everything that we had created, stating that it was the only way to get back to where we had come from, to find out why we had been birthed the way we had. That was the first time one of the people that I had created died. He had killed my sister. He had brought death upon our universe. And he changed everything. And then he killed my younger sister. Our younger sister. Before I could do anything about it, she was dead. I did the same thing with her as I did with our elder sister. Had her soul welded to my other sword. That sword became Angel. Swords of fire and ice. As my brother had started destroying everything, sun started flashing out. Insanity started spreading upon all the people that had been created. I waged war against him. On the battlefield, I met him. Both swords screaming for his blood. And we fought. Planets being destroyed beneath our feet. Suns going supernova. Universes collapsing upon themselves and creating black holes. Magic was out of sync with everything that was going on around us. My people screamed out for me to go ahead and save them. I couldn't. I remember plunging my sword into his heart. And taking the warped knowledge I had on what I had taught the smith and creating a prison for my brother. Making it so that I could go ahead and create a knife for his soul to keep him there forever. So that I could use that knife to enact revenge upon him constantly, forever. And then there was peace. Things weren't the same. My brother had brought all of the worst things into our collective universes. death, insanity, anger, rage, violence. He was the catalyst that started it all. The peoples that I created became a protectorate force. They started going out and conquering worlds and trying to keep the peace the best they could. The thing is, I didn't have the ability to foretell this. All of that rage that these people that were conquered collectively would become too much for me to go ahead and handle. And in secret, all the kings and queens and tribesmen, the wizards, everyone that was conquered by my people decided to get together, and they formulated a plan, and they got all of the magic wielders, everyone from both of my sister's universes, from my brother's universe, from my universe, and collectively they got together and they formed a spell which they used against me. And by the time I realized that it was being used against me, it was too late. See, you think that your universe was the first. Your universe is a prison. Your universe is a prison that was built to hold me. There wasn't ever supposed to be life here. You're all just an accident. This was never supposed to be. I remember them pushing me through the veil. The realization that I wasn't going to be able to make it back across. And that I was stuck here. Well, that's part one, and I'm going to continue with this because actually I think I enjoy that a lot more than I do a lot of the other shit that I do. So yeah, that's the beginning of the story that I'm going to be telling here. All right, bitches, nom nom nom, bitches, I'm out. I fucked up my ending. Nom nom nom, bitches, I'm out.